Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kevin Dini here for Superpower Review, and welcome to my weekly live stream, What's That Comic Book? Guys, I am super excited for today's panelists. We have a great group of guests here on the channel today. I can't wait to introduce them to you guys, and we're going to have a blast on today's show. If you guys are new here to the channel, What's That Comic Book is when I hang out with people from the YouTube comic community, IG comic community, and we take turns picking out comic books out of our collections for a straight hour, and we try to give as much information about that book, who wrote it, who did the artwork on it, why is that comic book in your collection, and what that comic book means to you. Again, any kind of information. I want to thank you guys for spending time out of your Saturday coming out and hanging out with us, nerding out with us. It's going to be a great time. So I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like anything that you see in this video today. And subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you're watching this on the rewind as well, or comment in the comment section some feedback. So let's introduce my first guest. We have Mr. Rob Worst from Not Near Mint. How you doing, sir?
Hello! Good to be on the show, Kevin.
It's great to have you, man. You know, I haven't seen you in a really long time, dude. And we were trying off camera, we were trying to talk and see how long it's been, and we couldn't. It's been so long that we couldn't even guesstimate when's the last time we saw each other. So we usually see each other a lot on Comic Gories, but it is really nice to have you on the channel today, man.
I'm glad to be on the show. I'm glad to be talking about comic books. It's the whole reason why I came to YouTube to begin with. And here I am talking to some of the people that I've been watching all along.
Nice. Look, I mean, people were watching. Look at that background. Look at that comic book collection, man.
What are you talking about? What's behind me?
There's, I think, graphic novels. Is that what you call them?
I mean, these movies?
Oh, they're movies. Well, all right. So they're not comic books, everybody. Not graphic novels, movies.
See, I'm a court reporter. Every time that I show up on camera, it usually works this way. Okay, next we have the matter of Johnson versus Kramer, and holy crap! What is all those? Are those movies? And they lose focus off of everything. It's like squirrel.
Comics at law, giant DVDs. Very flat DVDs. And then our next panelist, we have Caroline from Lady Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I have no books behind me. Maybe need to change that. I've got pictures of art and stuff around. This is the only wall that I don't have something big on, and it makes me look like I have no furniture.
Well, I kind of have the same problem. I mean, I have these hideous green walls where I could literally green screen at any moment. I have family pictures behind me, and I got these.
I thought that was the Backstreet Boys.
Very thirsty looking brothers just looking at the camera. Come in.
So yeah, I have some art. That's one piece, and then like that's another piece, and then if you go around, that's another piece.
Oh, I see boxes.
So yeah, that's
nice. And then for our next guest, we have
Hi, Unruly.
ComicFoo2814. How you doing?
How's it going, everyone? Good to see you.
It's going well.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate it.
Nice swag on your wall. I like swag.
See, look, more swag on the walls.
Make your wall swag.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, you know,
all that Green Lantern there, I just put all that up for you and only you.
There you go. And it looks a lot better now that you have, too.
Oh, I see an ASM 300. I Spy, one of my favorite books.
No, you don't. They don't exist. They're all reprints. Wait, no.
Reprints, facsimiles.
Yeah.
Like we were saying off camera, go sell them on eBay. You can
for $200 a pop.
Yes.
Rob's got the best camera angle, though. I mean, it looks like he's surrounded by books. I love it.
Well, he is. Look at him.
Oh,
yeah.
Boxes and oh my goodness.
Wow.
These guys are going to faint. I love it. You guys don't even know the level.
Well, guys, that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button. All right, let's bring on our last guest here, and we also have Tony Fett on for tonight's show. Tony, how you doing, bud?
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem, buddy.
I really enjoy listening to your guys' conversation. It was a lot of fun. I think Lady Fantastic is jealous of all of our cool comic book backgrounds.
I mean, I am.
You know,
She could
Who
do it in a
said that?
second if she wanted.
But Lady Fantastic has her own superpower that nobody else that I know of has.
trash
She
talk.
no, well that too maybe. But what I was talking about, your incredible ability to find a $300 key comic book in a 10-cent bin.
I'd
Blows
rather
my
be
mind
lucky than
every
good.
time.
It takes no talent. It just takes being at the right place at the right time.
Well, if it wasn't
That
for
is
bad
luck.
luck, I'd have no luck.
I think you sniff it out.
I do. I sniff it out like a hound dog, bro.
She's an
What?
X-Men. That's her X-Men ability.
Like a trash panda. I like reach through it.
That's me. I'm not even a human being. I'm just 3 raccoons in an overcoat and hat.
Well,
Just want to say hey to a couple of the people who are spending time with us today. We have Unruly Simeon in the house. We got the Comic Collector. What's going on? If I miss anybody, I'm super sorry. I'm super bad about getting to the chat and saying hey to the people in here. Magic Lasso, how you doing, my friend? He was on last week, and we had a grand old time. Let's see who else we got. We got Brock Morgan in the house. How you doing, sir? Let's see. Scroll down, scrolling. We got Comics at Law. Thank you so much for joining,
Ricky.
And man, I hate scrolling down on StreamYard. Like the bar just disappears, and then I can never find it. We got Mars Comics. Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on? Thank you so much for joining. And I think
Mars
I have
Comics
it.
is a lady.
Well, how you doing, lady?
Well, are there two? Are there different Mars Comics? Mars,
I know
would
there's
you
a
like?
Mars and a
confirm?
Max.
Huh?
I know there's a Mars Comics and a Max Comics, and I sometimes mistake the two, and I don't know.
No, Max is different. Sorry, I'm shutting up.
That's all right. I mean, I call everybody dude. That's just how I am. I'm like, hey,
Dude, calm
what's up,
down,
dude?
dude.
Dude.
I'm a lady.
Yep, I'm a lady. She's a lady.
Oh, she's a lady. Tom Jones, my granny,
Mhm.
she was in love with Tom Jones. She would just like, woo!
Talking about my little lady.
Mhm.
All right, enough banter. Let's get into today's show. Let's start random pulling some books. Rob, why don't you start us off, buddy?
Lady, do you still want to do that thing that we were talking about earlier?
What was the thing that we were talking about earlier?
I don't even remember too.
That Black Panther thing.
Black Panther?
Twinsy.
What about Black Panther? I'm gonna pull. I've got some Black Panther.
Do you want to do that Twinsy thing?
Oh, I don't have Twinsy with me right now, but I could Twinsy. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what? Give me a second. I might be able to Twinsy you. Let me try. Hold on. Yeah. I'll
It's always the
Twinsy.
best when you can Twinsy.
Let's Twinsy. Ready?
Ready?
Let's
And
see
3,
it.
2, 1.
Oh,
Shuri,
damn.
Shuri.
First appearance of Shuri. She is inevitably and definitively going to be the Black Panther in the new movie. We kind of got
is she?
that nailed
Okay,
down
good.
from Nick Santos.
Good, very good.
And I'll just like to say
that's
this,
probably a
like,
leak.
I don't want to get weird or anything, but like this was a kind gift from William Smallwood, a guy in the community, and he passed from cancer, and his wife and his daughter contacted me to tell me, and it was really sad, and it means all the more to me. It's just weird. Sorry, didn't want to be weird, but I think some of his happiest times was being able to just get on here and talk to people about books, and I miss him, and thank you. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, we all miss Bill Smallwood.
Kind heart.
So a little bit about the book. This is Shuri's first appearance. It was seen in 2005. The artist on this is Paul Neary being the inker, the artist himself being Edgar Delgado and Ken Lashy, letter Corey Petit, Writer is Reginald Hudlin. Now, in Shuri's first appearance here by Reggie Hudlin and John Romita Jr., she wanted to get in the ring to earn the title of Black Panther. But she didn't even get a chance to try, though, because she was tossed out because the challenger landed right on top of her. And Amasta T'Challa leapt over him both to win the mantle. So this is her first appearance, kind of just showing that, well, I'm going to try. Things aren't going to go the way I hope they are, but several issues later, she does become, not several, but I mean an entire volume later, and then 5 issues in, after appearing on the cover, she becomes Black Panther. So because Shuri proved her brilliance and bravery, but not only took on the iconic title with Dark Reign era's Black Panther series that launched in 2008, the volume opened with Doctor Doom brutally attacking T'Challa after he refused to join Norman Osborn's cabal. Barely alive, the king returned to Wakanda before his wife, Queen Aurora, took over leadership duties and immediately nominated Shuri to become the next Black Panther.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
Man, drop that mic, Rob. You had that. Yeah, exactly. You dropped the knowledge, man. I feel like I know everything I need to know about that book now. Dang.
Other than the fact that, unfortunately, the actress did go on Twitter and say some weird things about vaccines. So that could still muddy things up. But as far as we know, Black Panther.
I thought she was a good Shuri. I think hopefully she'll make an even better Black Panther.
Yeah, and just not talk about vaccines or something.
I think it's in good hands. I think she'll do.
I really like her. Letitia Wright. Mm-hmm. I think she was great, and like I love that line when she looks at his shoes. What are those?
Let's see. Magic Lasso. Fu be like, I bought this comic with my own money and I liked it. And it has front cover and back cover. That's all.
He knows me. He knows me. Yeah, I'm not going to have nearly the amount of facts that Rob just came with.
That's all right.
Coach Beard.
All right. So you want me to pull? I'm going to pull.
Pull it.
Man, this was my very first like AOK, and it's from Unruly Simeon. Oh my God!
Who's in the house? Whoa! That's awesome. That's a big book.
This is X-Men 14, as you can see. It's the first appearance of Bolivar Trask and the Sentinels. Bolivar Trask was a small man, at least in the movies. But he, what's that guy's name? Because he's also played in, he was the elf, or not the elf, the dwarf that wielded Mjolnir and the gauntlet. And he also was in Game of Thrones. You guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
Dinklage, exactly. But this is kind of staple. And I think Master Mold comes after this. I don't think this is Master Mold, but this is first appearance ever of the Sentinels, and it was a very kind gift from Mr. Unruly Simeon. I almost fainted and lost consciousness, and I will be buried with this.
That's a really nice, clean book too.
Oh, he gave me a beautiful book, guys.
Yeah,
I mean, he gave me a looker. This girl you can take out for a nice dinner.
It's like a solid 7.58, it looks like.
I mean, for one of this age, it's so well preserved. Thank you so much, Unruly. I just
the Reds, wow.
I know. I'll just never I can't repay you enough. I try to send you cool stuff, but like I can't beat this, you know what I mean? So I'll just try and be nice to you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So this is part of the canon. You guys, if you don't know what Sentinels are, they are machines that can detect mutants. So they can detect whether or not you have the mutant gene, and they will destroy you because mutants scary. Humans good.
Claim.
This
All right,
turned into an auction.
Before we move on, actually, I just want to take a moment here because my good friend Chris from Cardboard Crazies is doing a 24-hour live stream where they are asking for donations to help fight cancer. All of the proceeds are going to cancer research. And so he is, again, going live for 24 straight hours. I'm going to be dropping the link to his to that live stream in the chat. If you guys feel free to go in, you can leave here and go help and donate. Obviously, trying to help those with cancer is way more important than what's that comic book. So if you guys would like to do that, show your support, and I would gladly appreciate it, and I'm sure he would as well. And another thing I want to point out too is that if anybody's watching, and if you guys are seeing, some familiar faces on the channel, if you like to go support these guys and subscribe to their channels, their links are in this video's description down below. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Just take a little intermission here, and then we're gonna go to ComicFoo.
All right. So I put together this short box here. I was going through some of my top loaders, and I've randomized these. So I'm not gonna have nearly the kind of facts that Rob had, but I'll do my best. So let's see what I pick. Oh, all right.
Oh I
yeah,
love that book.
So here we got sorry, I've got another monitor. It's kind of giving some glare. So yeah, this is Predator #1 by Dark Horse, and this is a cool pickup for me. So a lot of my stories have to do with like how I found the book, because I kind of collect them. I don't necessarily read them all, but I do enjoy collecting them. And this is just kind of one that was at my comic shop one day, and I just kind of saw it, and I looked for kind of like different kind of unusual books, and saw this, and I loved the movies as a kid, so I picked it up without thinking anything of it. And it was kind of funny because I think it was only like 2 months later or so, I think Marvel got the rights to it, and the book just blew up from there. But I picked this up for like $10, so not too bad.
I thought that that storyline was actually, wasn't it like going on and like kind of stopped? Oh, Tony Fett with the rebuttal.
Hey, if they did a twinsies, we'll do a twinsies.
Hey,
There you go.
Oh, you're doing a twinsies? Y'all are so cute. But we're still cooler.
We'll get some Green Lantern later, Tony.
That's true.
yeah. So didn't they like kind of start it, and whatever happened to that, or like
Green Lantern?
No, Predator at Marvel.
He's getting a new movie. They just, I forget what it's called. It's basically a reboot, but
Yeah.
Foo, could you do us a favor and recite the Green Lantern mantra, please?
Really?
You're wearing the shirt. You're asking
Impact.
for it.
Oh, lots of pressure. Big screen, big pressure.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know it. You know it.
Yeah, but now that I'm on the spot, I'm gonna get stumped. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. For those who worship evil's might, beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
Whoa! Beautiful. Good job. Good job.
So, yeah, look at them in the chat. Thanks, everyone.
Recite it.
No!
Do it now. All right, Tony, your turn.
all right. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, so I'm literally just gonna grab whatever I can off the wall in the back issues. But for the first one, I decided to do a little bit more modern here, so I decided to go with the Batman Who Laughs #1. This particular one is signed by Mike Mayhew, and it is limited to 259.8 copies, and I have copy 169. So that's pretty cool. And I saw a whole bunch of these going on eBay, but this particular one was a gift, so I'm pretty happy to have it. And it sits in my collection, and it's probably one of the cooler autograph signatures that I haven't personally gotten the signature for. So
I actually love the placement with the gold. It's like
right here. Oh, right. That's
it pops.
beautiful.
I like it.
It was a great placement too. Placement signatures, I'm kind of a stickler on, but hey, it's pretty cool. I like it.
So since everybody else has been twinsying, can we somewhat twinsy?
You can
Sure.
twinsy.
We can be half siblings. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Twinsy.
Cheers. Cheers.
Love
Oh, look at you with the OG twins.
Oh, snap.
It's like taking an ancestry DNA test and realizing there's a huge family secret.
I know. 23 and me, girl.
So to everybody who watches on Saturdays when What's That Comic Book comes about, I usually have my wife pick out my slabs for me, but wifey is at work, so I just picked them out today.
Was that tough for you? Was it tough for you?
I still did it at random. I just kind of was like, put the hand down in the drawer. I was like, okay, you're in.
How many slabs do you got, man?
I would say a safe guess would be 50.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good chunk.
How full would a long box be filled if you filled it entirely with slabs?
I don't know.
How about a short box then? Just ballpark.
If you were to put slabs in a short box, how many slabs could you get in a short box?
30?
I would say maybe like 25, 30. Yeah. I would say about that.
A lot of space.
A long box could probably
About
maybe
25.
be like
For every one slab, it's about 4 books.
Yeah, it's about 25 for a short box.
Yeah.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if it were?
I was waiting for somebody to do it.
I wasn't trying to be existential or anything. I'm just trying to think about, space, because when I'm looking around here at space, if I ever thought about getting slabs, which I can't, I'd be kicked out of here.
Graded short box,
really
23 to 25. Good one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He would know.
Out of anybody, yeah, I could see that.
Unruly, I am nominating you for next week. When are we going to get you on here, man? Come on, let's go.
He's got some fun stuff, man. He's got some fun stuff.
And since, I gave the invitation to Unruly, if anybody's watching and would like to appear on What's That Comic Book, you can email the show at superpowerreview9@gmail.com. Or if you follow me on Instagram, you can message me on KarateKevin67.
John's Comics with Kids should go on with Unruly. That would be a cool C.
We can do that. I know John is always down for the random pulls. I know how much he loves random pulls. He has his whole system with the die. I love it.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. John, it's like Russian roulette.
Yeah, I like that.
Except just randomly done. Anyway,
so we are on round 2. It is Rob versus turn yet again.
So, hey, that wasn't me this time. I do vape. So I did pull a book because Tony Fett, being the consummate signature man that he is, I could have pulled my Submariner 1, but I didn't want to start out the night going with all the big high dollar value books. So back in 1992, this was released on October 13th, 1992, published in December. But I wound up picking this up along with about 3 others, got them all signed by Stan Lee at a comic book show down here in South Florida. Now, what's this whole thing about? I mean, you've probably heard of something called Alchemex. Well, this guy is the CEO. Yeah, he kind of looks like, I don't know, Mickey Rourke from the 1980s. But hey, this is early 90s, and this is what we all thought the future was going to look like. You should check out to see what Venom looks like. He doesn't change that much. But otherwise, so what's this whole thing about, right? So Paul Philip Ravage, he was the CEO of Ecos, a subsidiary of Alchemax. Now, that worked to combat polluters. Ravage's life, it was changed when he was framed for murder in response to questioning the secrets of the company and the violent, fatal methods it used, in fact. Fugitive armed with a blaster, Cog used as a shuriken, and a Kevlar vest, because that's so damn futuristic in 1992. Ravage becomes the target of both police, and Alchemax runs afoul of Spider-Man 2099, The Punisher later on. This was Stan Lee's last creation as a comic book character for Marvel. He did go on and do TV shows and stuff for, I don't know, Lifetime, and he appeared in some Marvel comics, but as far as creating stuff specifically for Marvel, this was the last thing he did. And I got rid of my other 2 copies for Lady Fantastic show, but I always keep one.
That's
I don't
awesome.
like having doubles.
That's sick.
Awesome, man. That is very cool.
I'll be honest to say that I have never seen that book or heard of that book before.
No one else has either. It's not very good. Sorry, Stan, but you're not with us anymore, so what do you care?
All right.
All right, Lady Fantastic, your turn.
Let's see what I grabs these.
Woo! Another nice one.
178.
Very nice.
So close to 180.
I have a 182. But yeah, this is I think doesn't Warlock, he gets killed and then he reverts back to his cocoon form. I want to say. Rob? I have 177 and 178 are both the storyline of a Warlock. What does it say here?
Yeah, I was totally on mute. So yeah, he dies there, becomes a cocoon, and in the very next issue, he's reborn.
He resurrected.
With a new costume.
Yeah, he's like Jesus. He's basically Starlin Jesus.
Why do you think they want to cast like Keanu Reeves for this character? Because he's essentially Marvel Jesus.
What is the cocoon? The thing he comes in, right?
What is the cocoon?
Hold on, let me see if I can pull that.
Doesn't he I know he reverts back into the cocoon.
It's. I mean, in the movies, it wasn't like a cocoon. It kind of looked more like a tomb.
Yeah, when he dies, when Warlock gets executed, he reverts back into like his cocoon form. He's a cocoon fiend. Exactly.
Boy, it's like they're speaking a whole nother language to us.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got nothing. Can't contribute at all.
Cannot add to this conversation.
There we go.
Eddie's mullet. How you doing, man?
This is cocoon. It looks like this in the movie, but it looked a lot more metal. And
Gary Conway was the writer. Cover artist was Trimpy.
Yes.
So, yeah. There we go. I'm gonna start showing ones that are. I'm gonna start like picking ones out because there's some that I want to show that have nice stories. Like I've got a couple, and it's just like basically this author first started, or this artist first started on Marvel in this issue. Just like we had the Alpha Flight last episode that Free Key showed or somebody showed. Like, hey, this is the first book that Jim Lee worked on Marvel with. I've got a couple like that I want to show. Love Trimpy 2, Unruly. He's one of my favorites. And Steranko, I might not enjoy his certain personal views, but I really love his art on Hulk.
Nice. That book was actually pretty clean looking for such a dark cover too.
For such a dirty girl. Thank you. Yeah, it's got some nicks, but I found it. Foo. I found this at what do you call it? It's Outer Limits.
Oh yeah, nice.
They had it at Outer Limits. I think for like $16-17, and I was like, "Give me."
Not bad.
Just give it to me.
Fantastic.
Does anybody
over there? Because it looks like there's going to be a storm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there is. It's starting to. I'm all right.
People know if things happen.
I'm cool.
Does anybody go into their comic book shop and just pick out books and be like, treat it like Instagram, be like, claim! Just yell out claim in the middle of the shop.
Dude, I have definitely squealed out of glee from finding something. And like one time I did it and I was like, yeah! And a dude just started laughing at me. He was like, but I just get excited, man.
I actually walked into a shop one time and the first thing I saw when I walk in is the 180 on the wall. And I'm trying to get the words out of my mouth. And I hear the guy that walks in behind me basically do what you just said, claim. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Punched him in the throat and been like,
just
I
like
said
that.
that.
It was gone. Yeah.
Wow. See, somebody has actually done it. They've actually yelled out claim in the middle of the shop. All right, ComicFoo, your turn.
My turn. All right. Let's see what I come up with. Yeah, I don't want this one. What else we got? Oh, okay. This is a fun one. This is
Oh, wow.
ASM annual number 1. This is the first appearance of the Sinister Six. This book's in nice condition too.
It looks
kinda hard to tell. I actually won this out of a $40 mystery or $30 mystery box. This was one of I think that Spider-Man booth grand prizes. So I had done a long live stream. I think it was like over an hour. Had a whole bunch of people in the chat, and I think I was opening a dozen boxes, and it was just like dud after dud after dud. I think Rod from Just the Reason in his comics was on. He was like commenting on just how bad some of the boxes were at the time, and then I kind of opened one of the last ones, and I saw the bubble wrap, and this guy was in it. So
wow,
pretty cool book. Which is kind of nice for me because I am trying to put together a full ASM run. So this is definitely one of the harder ones to find.
Traitor.
Seriously?
What did you say, Tony?
Traitor.
So yeah,
that's
Come on,
a pretty
Fett.
sweet
What you
book
got,
to pull out of a mystery box.
Yeah,
right.
that is cool.
Yeah, that's like the grand prize, bro.
For sure. Since this movie's coming out very soon, when I have this super duper D2 authentic Suicide Squad poster, I'm decided to show off my Suicide Squad #1 first issue, signed by John Ostrander. I've shown it before a million times, but it's like probably one of my favorite books in my collection, just because I love the Suicide Squad so much. And I got to meet John Ostrander at Baltimore Comic-Con, and he did sign this. And his line was empty. There was nobody in his line, which was mind-blowing to me because, he does some great work, and especially on big key books like this, for sure. But, he's a really nice man, and he's going to be in the new Suicide Squad movie. He's the guy who gives Savant his little exploding grain of rice bomb in his brain, which I think is going to be pretty cool. Yeah. We're trying to keep it quick.
It's not. I don't think Suicide Squad's out here yet, right?
August 6th.
Yeah. So I hang out with my buddies out over in England, MJ Comics and Jason Parker Comics, and they were talking about the movie today on their live stream, and they said it is very much worth the watch.
Everything I've been reading and hearing is that.
Yeah. Yeah, they said it was a lot of people are saying it's James Gunn's one of his best movies of his career, which is
Suicide Squad.
Which is I would watch it even if everyone said it was terrible. Don't watch it.
Who would have expected the guy that wrote Tromeo and Juliet could be capable? Oh wait, no. Anybody that watched Tromeo and Juliet would realize that James Gunn was capable of this.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice signed book. You're like me. You like signed books.
I only have like 379 signed books. Not many.
All right, guys. So
we're all signed in person.
90%, 99% of them were signed in person. Only a handful are not.
That's integrity to go and be able to do that.
Yeah, I have this little rule that if I self-witness books being signed, I won't slab it. But if I'm not witnessing it, then I get it slabbed.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's kind of my little thing. All right, my turn. Would anybody like make a suggestion? Would you guys like to see something from the DC box, Marvel box, Key box, or another slab?
Keys are cool. Keys,
Marvel or DC?
Whatever you feel.
Yeah, I pick the key. Someone else picks the type.
Whatever calls to you right now. What speaks to you? What sings to you?
Ooh. Yeah, one of my favorite books right here. Amazing Spider-Man #316.
Very good.
Yeah. Newsstand. Yeah. Newsstand, and this is the first full. I don't want to say first appearance, first cover appearance, because I know people will be like 315. Let's just say first full cover appearance of Venom on a ASM title. One of my favorite books, man. Venom is absolutely brutal in this issue, and I wish the next person, when when they start writing Venom again. They make him brutal and ruthless a little bit, because I kind of miss that. The whole daddy thing was kind of cool. He's calmed down a little bit. He's trying to. Oh! Rob's got one. Where is it, Rob? let's twinsies. Let's do it again. I see it. Boom. Yeah. Cheers, buddy. No, one of my favorite Todd McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man covers as well. I mean, I just love it. There's nothing I hate about, like, I don't hate anything about this cover.
It's beautiful.
So boom. All right, Rob, your turn.
All right. I kind of like a little bit of storytelling, but I kind of like it sometimes in movies when they just start in the middle of the story. So I'm going to start with the first appearance of Rogue. Ooh. Oh, wait. Not this first appearance of Rogue. I'm going to start with the intended actual first appearance of Rogue. That would be in the fall 1992 Marvel Superheroes, issue number 11 of Volume 2 Marvel Superheroes. Now, this was written by Chris Claremont, art by Mike Vosberg, Mike Gustovich, inkers, both one and the same. Now, this was canceled when it was originally supposed to be Ms. Marvel at issue number 23. At issue number 25, there was a storyline called Cry Vengeance. And this would have been the storyline that would have introduced Rogue. Excuse me. So this is a Ms. Marvel storyline through and through. This is supposed to be the penultimate that was going to jump right into this little book that we all know. But this is something not many people know about. But they're knowing about it now because this is jumping in some value. So in this book, in her 1970s book, it was canceled in 23. Longtime fans of Ms. Marvel, X-Men's The Rogue, and Chris Claremont know she had a couple more issues that were never published. And even though Claremont would allude to them in Avengers Annual 10, even I wondered if these issues hadn't been in the can for years. But now I think the art was new and the script was old. Cry Vengeance opens with Ms. Marvel and Iron Man at the crime scene. The office of Carol Danvers, psychiatrist and love interest, Michael Barnett, who we later found out just in most recent issues was Mysterio, now was brutally beaten by a woman, looks like Carol, the shape changer Mystique. Now, Iron Man offers some assistance, but Ms. Marvel, she wants this for herself. Now, after Barnett's funeral, graveside, she has one of her seventh sense, like pre-cog sort of. They've gotten rid of that since then. But after a waking nightmare of being buried alive, cursing her unreliable power, she tracks a number She tracks this phone number that Mystique dialed to an import company. She finds crates of weapons, but then has another trance of being attacked by flaming duplicates of herself. She pulls herself together in time to see the arms deal with the arms dealer, meeting Claremont go-to villains, the Hellfire Club. Now, spotted in the club attacks, while Ms. Marvel is able to beat Pierce, Leland uses her gravity power to make her too heavy to move, smashing her way through the floor. Ms. Marvel escapes by falling into the sewer. I mean, that kind of sounds awfully familiar from Wolverine that happened to him. But yeah, that was Wolverine in X-Men 132. But I'm getting off the rail. I suspect Claremont had this one written for Ms. Marvel, but it wasn't published. So he expanded and folded into X-Men. That turned okay for him. Carol goes plainclothes to continue the investigation, get close to the arms dealer, yada, 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 yada. A lot crammed in here, more than I ever would have suspected would have fit in a single issue of Ms. Marvel. The story also features a closing recap of what could and would have happened to Carol Danvers in being, well, the upcoming Binary, which was a cool look, but worse name than Warbird. Anyway, I prefer keeping her Ms. Marvel as tribute to Captain Marvel, but Carol getting promoted doesn't sound bad either.
It's interesting that you chose that one, because the one I was going to bring up was X-Men 164.
Perfect timing.
The X-Men and Carol Danvers are in space. Carol Danvers, as you know, has been tinkered with by the Kree. However, the Brood has jumped on the ship, and they're trying to attack the X-Men and Carol Danvers. The Brood, yep, that's her first appearance. The Brood actually captures her and experiments more on Carol Danvers in their lab, and that causes her to go binary, which basically she's got a metric crap ton of power. When she realizes this, she's able to help power their engine and I don't know, save them from space. But then when she leaves, it causes their ship to decompress because she doesn't realize her power. But this is a book I love, not just for the fact that it's the first appearance of binary, or when Carol Danvers goes binary, thereby making her powers like cosmic, but like physics style. Like there's nothing stronger than that shit, really. I mean, maybe there is, but oh man, it's a Mark Jeweler.
Oh,
It's a Mark Jeweler.
sick.
And so
Holy crap! Wow.
this was a treasure to me. I love Carol Danvers. I love I loved when she went binary. Going binary, so in physics, I think I want to say it's fission. Listen to that. You guys hear that?
I do hear that.
That is outside. So I want to see binary fission, right? Or is it binary fusion?
I thought it was fission.
Physics. So I am more of a biochemistry person. Okay, so it's this is why. Okay, so when this happens, an atom split, and they turn into smaller atomic nuclei. But the thing is that causes the production of gamma photons, which like releases a ton of energy, and usually it's the form of light or radioactivity. So that's why this is just one of the most powerful phenomenon like that we've discovered in terms of physics. It's like, atom splitting, bruh.
Cool cover though, for sure. Mark Jewelers.
Oh, this was Dave Cockrum's last book on X-Men as well.
That is true. Very true. Very cool. Very cool. ComicFoo, your turn.
All right, so I got one here. So I just picked a few out of this box to make it go a little faster for me. But this is one of my favorite comics. This is from 1989. I've got Rock and Roll Comics #1. This is the first print of the Guns N' Roses comic. This had a total of 7 prints, and it's by Revolutionary Comics. They're entirely unofficial. I think actually it might have been issue 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 that actually got recalled because they got sued over it. But I just think these are great books. I'm trying to put together a full run of them, but where's the furry comics? Yeah, hey Squatchy. But I got something kind of cool to go along with this one because this is a first print, and as I mentioned, there's 7 prints. And I was out on eBay one day, and I couldn't believe my luck because I came across this thing.
Whoa!
Whoa!
This is the cover to the 7th printing, only as you can see, it's never been cut. You can still see the printer lines right there. It's never been cut. It's never been stapled or folded. And so just kind of a unique item, I guess.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, it is very cool. That's very, I know. It sounds awful over there.
Yeah, sorry.
Just like Comics at Law said, Thor is calling you, lady.
I'll get you some food first, Squatchy. Don't worry.
Good, because it wouldn't be a night without it.
Tony, your turn.
So I'm going to do the exact opposite of what Rob did. Rob had pulled a book with a really awesome story. I'm pulling a book with absolutely no story in it whatsoever. The Superman Gallery. But this one is literally just various art of Superman. And this is a long-term project, one of several that I'm working on. I'm actually getting as many artists to sign some of their work that they did inside of this book. So we have Jerry Ordway, I've got Tom Gromit in there. This is signed probably 5 or 6 times. I got Mike Zeck in here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, this is a long-term project, and I actually forgot to get Brett Breeding to sign this one, and I also forgot Dan Jurgens, so I got to go back and get them. Luckily, one of them is coming into town for Comic-Con. But yeah, this is a really cool project that I'm working on. There's absolutely no story to this. It's just cool Superman art. So for all you Superman fans out there, you know, if you see this laying around, grab it, because it is just cool to look at the history of Superman. They have some reprinted promotional material in here, which is really fun to look at, from like the 1940s and stuff like that. Stuff we'll never see again. Here's a nice Bob McLeod signature up here. Yeah, very cool. I got a Jim Steranko on the last page here. Yeah, that's
beautiful. That's a really awesome piece, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to continue to work on it for sure, and luckily I'll get that opportunity again here coming up in October.
So there is a con that's happening in Connecticut, which is not too far from where I'm at. I did not go this weekend, but Gil Kane is actually there.
Wow, that would be one
very
to
nice.
get. I
got a few books I could have him sign.
Right?
Yeah. That was really cool, man. Yeah, that's probably someone last week brought in a Skyline variant, and it was all slabbed with you know, all the signatures on it. It was a Spidey Skyline variant, and
awesome.
just having some of the, like, those jam pieces. That's really cool, man. It takes a lot of time, obviously, but it's totally worth it.
It is. And you know what? Some of these older artists and writers that have been around a really long time, I'm starting to notice when I go to the cons, they got like nobody in their line, but yet, and there's nothing wrong with this, but because it's just how it is right now. Like, for example, like Tom King, he's really hot right now. Everyone's chasing a lot of his signatures. Like, his line will go like out the door, around the block, and across the street. But while last con, there was nobody in Marv Wolfman's line. Nobody. So I was first and only in line. Blew my mind.
Wow.
Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, I feel like so like that con that I just mentioned with Gil Kane in it, I feel like he's there like every year, and it's sort of the same thing. He's just sketching away. No one's really there at his table. You know what I mean? People walk right by him. So, you know, it's kind of sort of the same thing.
Yeah, that's sad for sure.
J Hood Creative. Wait, no. Wait. J Hood, what's up? Wait, no, hold on. Gil Kane has passed?
Are you thinking of Gail Simone?
No. I'm pretty sure it was Gil Kane. I gotta look it up now. He did the artwork for First Poison Ivy, right?
Well, he did all the original Green Lanterns.
That's true. That's true.
It's
very true.
Yeah, that's all Gil Kane up above Rob.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I'm confused with somebody else then.
It happens to me all the time.
I'm always confused.
Welcome to my world.
I know, I get it. It comes with being old. I'll be 34.
J Hood, yeah. I had to Google it, but yeah, he's gone. Who am I thinking of then? All right, my turn. Let's see. Let's go into the Marvel Raw box. Let's see what do we got.
I was gonna say go Magic Slab, but go Magic Raw.
Go
like
Magic
Raw.
Slab. I can do Slab. Let's do Slab. Why the hell not?
Raw. I want to see Raw. I'm all about it.
All right, Raw.
Raw dog it here.
We'll do it Raw. Let's see. What do we have for Raw? Oh, okay. So off camera, we're talking about birthday books, right? I know Lady Fantastic was talking about birthday books, so books that came out on the same month and same year you were born. And here's my birthday book. Ain't that a quinky dink?
That is.
So Spider-Man #2, more Todd McFarlane greatness. I really love this cover as well. But yeah, so this came out in September of 1990. It's just as old as me, man. Just as old as me.
I was like 10 or 11 years old. I feel so old.
Oh.
So that's
I
why
was
I
in-
picked out an old book next.
Rob, your turn.
All right, I picked up an old book, and it seems like it might be relevant. It's technically his second appearance. Now, this thing was published a little while ago. I mean, this wasn't like yesterday. So this was in the 1960s. You might know him as Kang. This is his second appearance because his first was really Ramatut. Now, in his first appearance as Kang, he shows up in Avengers 8 during this issue by Jack Kirby and Stanley. During this issue, he has reappeared in the 20th century, finds himself locked in battle with the Avengers, and in this confrontation with the team, he's successful and he's able to apprehend all the members of the team except for Wasp and Rick Jones. But hey, it's the Wasp, and who gives a shit about Rick Jones? It's not like he's the Hulk yet. And with the Avengers successfully defeated, Kang threatens the inhabitants of Earth. They have 24 hours to surrender him. And with the help of a few friends, Rick Jones convinces Kang that he's his ally. So kind of hoping that Rick Jones will make an appearance, and that's not going to happen in MCU. So once the moment allowed it, Jones and his friends double-crossed Kang and freed the Avengers. In an attempt to stop the now free Avengers, Kang released some of his radiation. Now, if this sounds a little strange, understand that those from Kang's time period are immune to radiation, or so he thought. Now, before Kang can even finish releasing the radiation, Thor used Mjolnir to absorb the radiation, and with it absorbed, Thor sent it back at Kang in a way that not even he could withstand. From this point forward, both the Avengers and the world knew of Kang the Conqueror. And now as of Loki episode 6, spoiler alert, now everybody else does.
Very cool. Nice. And so I do stand corrected. J Hood Creative, Joe Gila. That is correct. That's who that was the person I was thinking of. My bad. I know someone said you're probably thinking of Eddie Zmuller. You're probably thinking of Neil Adams, and I was not. Rick James. No, it was in fact Joe Gila. Two Brothers Comics. Thank you so much for popping in here. Appreciate you. Not near min. I'm ancient. Oh.
Yeah. And Mjolnir apparently absorbed for this issue, but hey, way back in this issue, they even said Captain America said, "My shield is made of steel," but I thought it was vibranium. Yeah, you don't find that out until 255 of Captain America.
So, the book that I have.
What you got, Carolyn?
It's a story book. It's got a story behind it. This is John Carter, Warlord of Mars, number 18. At the time, this was being written by Chris Claremont, and here's some of the first work that Frank Miller did for Marvel. And it was on this series that Frank Miller and Claremont met, and they would later do the famous Wolverine 4-part series. So this is, if you care about, certain authors and when they come in, this is the very first time that Miller does work with Marvel Comics. And so that's why I like it. John Carter, Warlord of Mars, the first time he came into contact with Claremont. Claremont writes in this. So it's a special book.
Very cool.
That is cool.
So, there you go.
Yeah, I love John Carter.
I've got one more like that, but it's Bill Sienkiewicz. And it's the first one he ever did a cover on. I could show it, or I could wait till next time.
Just show it.
Black Panther 14 is the first cover art that Bill Sienkiewicz did for Marvel.
Cool.
And it doesn't, he's changed, right? Mm-hmm. The man is so versatile. But there you have it.
I mean, so like same thing with Frank Miller, and this is a good example too. I feel like when these artists come in and break through, the company has expectations of them, right? And they pick apart their art, like you can't do this, you can't do that, we don't like this style. Same thing happened with Todd, right? When he did the spaghetti webs. So yes. Like I feel like they where they had to be like sort of regimented artists. You know what I mean? Like you can't have a certain style. Just draw the damn character.
They have to establish themselves first and show that they can do the cookie cutter art. And then once they get a reputation, they can start doing their own thing and experimenting.
Correct.
You see that by New Mutants. You know, he's just doing some of the greatest stuff. I love his New Mutants work.
Exactly. So like you see, we're all familiar with Frank Miller's Wolverine, and that to me is good artwork. And then when he goes to do his own stuff like Ronin, and he's off to DC, he's experimenting a little more. He's got a little more freedom. He's starting to do his own little thing.
I liked him on Daredevil art, dude.
Yeah, Daredevil was good too. All right, ComicFoo, what do you got?
All right, my next book. I've got The Incredible Hulk #1. I believe this is volume 3. And this is the story of the Hulk. This whole volume, you kind of learn the story of how the Hulk and Bruce Banner got separated. And it's a long story, but essentially the Hulk employs Dr. Doom because he's the only one smart enough to figure it out. And basically through like, I think he gets his head lobbed off, like surgically removed the top of his skull, and the portions of his brain that are Bruce Banner are surgically removed. And it's kind of a silly story. The whole island has there's all these experiments done on the animals. So they have all these mutated beasts that the Hulk has to fight. But the reason I really like this book is I'm just crazy about the artwork. I think it's some of the best artwork on the Hulk that I've ever seen. This is Mark Silvestri, who I'm a huge fan of. And as you can see, I got it signed by him. This book's from 2011, and it was probably like in 2012. I think I got it signed at a Comic-Con. And I was standing in line there, and somebody actually came and bumped into me. And, said, "Oh, sorry." They walked on, and the guy in front of me goes, "You know who that was, right?" And I said, "No." And he says, "That was Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead. They just bumped into you." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." So, yeah. But, yeah, I just, this is one of my favorite books. Love it. So.
Cool.
That's an awesome story, too.
Let's see. Eddie's Mullet. How did Doom keep those portions of his brain from healing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Voodoo is the answer. Voodoo.
Yeah. Well, this was, I guess, before too, like the whole the Immortal Hulk. So I don't know.
All right, Tony, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a rapid fire real quick. Just because I know we want to keep a lot of time. And I have so much cool stuff I want to show everybody, but I'm gonna do it. But I'm going to piggyback off of Lady Fantastic, but I'm going to put a twist on it. The DC Warlord.
Nice.
But what's great about this particular issue, and this is Warlord number 63, was the first work of one of my favorite DC artists and writers and creative talents, Dan Jurgens. Started on the Warlord.
Cool, man.
Cool. So this was him. And speaking of signature projects, I got this one going on too. I got a blank Batman comic that I'm getting a whole bunch of Batman talent to sign the cover, the interior, the back. Everything is blank. So I'm going to fill it with sketches and signatures and all kinds of stuff. And it's definitely going to be a long-term project for sure.
I absolutely recognize the stick figure Batman as done by Tom King is the only way he can.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Can anybody identify this one?
No, I was trying to figure that out now.
I know who that is. That's Elmer Fudd, but
you're right. It is an Elmer Fudd. Bonus points if you can tell me who wrote it or who drew it. I mean, right here.
Oh,
and why?
It is Lee Weeks.
Why can't I figure that out? You can see the L, but it's
yes. And this one is the from the personal collection of Scott Snyder. It is Dark Knight's Death Metal or Dark Knight's Metal #1, signed by Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and Jonathan Gallipanton. And it is the limited edition, I think. I don't know. But this one is from Scott's. It says it right up here. You can't really tell because of the glare. ComicSketchart.com exclusive. from the personal collection of Scott Snyder. You know how like artists and writers will get their own books that they work on as they come out for free, and that's what this came from. This was shipped to him, and he signed it and gave it to me, which I thought was pretty cool.
Very nice. Very nice. Rapid fire. So we are coming down to the hour. The show's almost over, but it's not over yet. Wait, there's more. Before we go, again, I want to remind everybody to show your support by clicking on those links in the video's description. Subscribe to these fantastic people. And I'll drop one more link here in the chat. Again, don't forget to, after this stream, check out, hold on, I'm getting there. Go check out Cardboard Crazies for Comics Curing Cancer. A link has just been dropped in the chat. So go check that out. Do what you can. Donate if you can. That would be really awesome. So last thing I want to do, this is something that we've been doing for a couple of weeks now, where before we end the show, we both random pull something together and we take and we see what we pull out. So since I didn't show my last slap, I'll just randomly go with that. So let's start picking out a book. Lady Fantastic's got one. ComicFoo's got one. Rob's got a million things. Tony Fett is hunting. Man, look at you guys. You guys are. Rob's got some different shots. Tony's got different shots. Man. Sprucing it up over here.
Rob
All right.
is flexing.
Rob is straight up flexing right now. He's giving everybody eye candy before we go.
You're
All right. Are we ready?
Okay. Ready.
3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, Rob, what do you have?
I got the first appearance of, well, not Dracula, but Disco Era Blade.
Sweet. Lady Fantastic, what do you have?
I have Dazzler 33 in chiller homage to Michael Jackson's Thriller
Wow, I have never seen that before.
Me
That's
neither.
sick.
by Bill Sienkiewicz, my boy.
Does that say Dazzler and Chiller doing Thriller?
Yep,
Wow.
by Bill S.
Nice. Kung Fu, what do you got?
I got
Oh,
the first appearance of Guy Gardner here with Green Lantern 59, is it? Yeah, 59.
I thought you were going to pull out the big guns for sure. The big.
I picked it at random.
Yeah, randomly would have picked
actually,
it up.
I do have to show something else before a lot of people get angry at me because I promised I would.
you did
But,
promise.
I did. So I've got my stack of Foofer.
Yes.
We've got newsstands, direct. I've got a whole stack of them here. So there you go, Squatchy.
CBCS headed your way.
Yeah.
Tony, what do you got?
I have the TMNT authorized martial arts training manual that teaches you how to do the actual karate moves with the actual weapons.
I need that.
Signed by Kevin Eastman, which was pretty awesome. And he signed this for nothing, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kevin Eastman is a fantastic dude at cons. He is
He
super
is.
chill, really relaxed, and he really
is.
does it for the fans, for sure.
He does.
All right, my last book. Like I said, I picked out my own slabs because Wifey wasn't around. We have Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, issue number 1, first print. Wow, that was perfect timing. The thunder and the lightning. Yes, yes, that's a good way to end today's show. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, number 1, signed by Frank Miller, CGC graded at a 9.4. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for today's show. Again, I want to say thank you to my lovely guests for taking the time of the day to nerd out with me. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you all. You guys are more than welcome to come back anytime. And to everybody who is watching, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you guys would like to hop on here, let me know by emailing the show again at superpowerreview9@gmail.com or message me on Instagram at KarateKevin67. That one is actually probably the easiest. I hardly ever check the email. So again, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to click the links in the video description down below. Subscribe to these guys. I'm Ken Vidini for Superpower Review, and I will see you guys next time. Say bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.